Hi, welcome to today's Monday modeling tip. Today your Monday modeling tip is what the heck is this aided language input? So there are lots of names for it. It could be called aided language stimulation. It could be called aided language input, which is how I typically refer to it in my videos. It could be called modeling. Modeling can get tricky though to a lot of people because it can mean different things for different professions. So for a teacher, modeling means one thing, and then for us who work in the AC realm, it can mean a totally different thing. So that's why we usually steer away from that, or some people sometimes call it AAC modeling without expectations, to better describe what we mean. So aided language input is, again, how I typically refer to it. And what that is just showing and telling the word to help teach this language to either your child or your student. Okay, so when our kids are infants and they're growing up, we're constantly talking to them the whole time. We're talking, and we're exposing them to that vocabulary and that language that we speak. Well, if our child has trouble developing the language that way and being able to verbalize and speak, sometimes they may need this either to help support their language or as an alternative means. And in order to learn an AAC system, whether it be a speech generating device, whether it be a core board, however they're starting off, if it's sign language, whatever it is, we have to then show them and talk to them in this language in order for them to learn it as well. And so when you hear, if you're a parent and you're hearing a professional talk about aided language input or modeling through AAC, or if you're a new profession to this, if you're a teacher or a paraprofessional, or even an SLP who's just not had that much experience with AAC, aided language input, again, is just showing and telling. So as I'm talking to the student, I'm going to be picking out a couple of words at a time and also providing that support, this visual support for communication as well. So key things so for instance, I should give an example here. So an easy one that people usually start with is snack time, because that's the easiest time most people think to incorporate it. So we could talk about, I'm going to eat applesauce today. What are you going to eat? So just as I'm saying the word eat, I'm pressing the word eat to then show that word to them. We could come in and we could talk about how everybody talks about how they feel in the morning. I feel tired this morning. So I'm not saying every word on the system because that can get overwhelming, and that was one of our past Monday modeling tips, was don't overwhelm yourself or the student by trying to find every word on the system. That will just become frustrating, so don't do that. Just pick out one, usually is what I tell people whenever they're getting started, one word, and then as you get comfortable with that, then start adding in more words as well. Read can also be a great time to provide aided language input if you're just starting off. So, for instance, if you're doing a book, if there's a repeated word in the book, say it would be you. Every time that you come to the word you in the book, you would just be showing it on the device as you're telling it verbally. Okay, so and that's just a visual support for them communication wise, and you're teaching them this language. You're showing them where these words are in the device. They may not show mastery with that or understanding of it right away, and that's okay. It takes a while. Just if you think back to typically developing children who are developing verbal language skills, it takes them a year before we start to hear them say a word. So the same with our students. They are who are using AAC systems, or our children who are using AAC systems. It's going to take them a while of us showing them on either the device, the core board, if it's a low-tech flip book. It's going to take them a while of us showing them that and teaching them that before they start to show us what they've learned and communicate through that as well. So there's a short, quick, sweet version of what aided language input is. It's basically just showing and telling on your child or your student's AAC system in order to teach them that language. Thanks for watching. Please comment and subscribe below.